I don't know where to go. That's how it is. I done bought 8 cars in the past 3 years off of my acting money. Off of my music money, I done probably paid for lunch. You know what I'm saying? So as far as the money goes, acting is definitely speaking a lot louder right now. But acting did not get me my meeting with trendsetters.
That makes sense.
And it will not get me the Sony. So, that's the music side. But it fuels each other.
You just said a lot of complex things. Okay.
No.
I didn't understand it. Let's be clear. I just said he said a lot of stuff. But okay. So I get that. But now, so as far as being here, how is it here? How do you like it?
Georgia? I love it. Ain't nothing like a Georgia peach. I cannot flex on that at all.
I love how you went straight to the women.
That's a fact. What I got to say about men?
I mean, I'll just say how it's Georgia. You could have been like, the weather's nice. You could have been like, the weather's nice. You could have been like, the traffic's bad. You could have said anything other than that.
I don't waste no time. I get
That's hilarious.
I love these women. They keep me motivated.
So you're not in a relationship?
Not currently. No.
Oh, you better be careful out here. Now, so you do your research on that lantern.
It's been a success for almost 8 years. I'm not worried about nothing.
All right. Oh, so you've been here 8 years. That's
almost
a good time.
Almost 8 years.
That's a really good time. Do you ever plan on leaving?
I plan on having houses elsewhere, but I plan on staying. Yeah. There's really nowhere else to go. It's Atlanta. Everybody's trying to get here.
Yeah, it's overpopulated, in my opinion.
It's a lot of women. That's what overpopulated means in my head.
No, overpopulated means
it's a lot.
Too many cars to me.
Wow.
No, it's too much. It's too big. It's too much space.
I know it's in.
I don't go to New York.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere colder. That's definitely not.
At least not right now, but New York is dope. I love their women too. Shout out to them.
Real aggressive.
Shout out to all my spelling women.
Yeah.
My fighting.
But so now we were discussing earlier a lot of interesting things, and I really wanted Vigilante to tune in, and he couldn't.
He's about to,
and now he is. So yes, let's see. Now I really wanted to get your opinion. I wanted you to weigh in on, what we were discussing as far as the creativity aspect of artists and if money accepts it or not as real music. But that's the opinion of a lot of people.
I never said it wasn't real because it's real to them. I'm not gonna say it's not real music. Mm-hmm. It's not dope to me. It's garbage to me. That's just my opinion about it.
There's nothing wrong with what I'm saying. Yeah. Let me answer that by saying this. I'm gonna keep it a little freestyle here. I said, uneducated choices create sin. This conscious rapper category I'm placed in. But conscious just means aware of. So these other rappers are not aware, but y'all still share love. Who's your favorite rapper? What qualifies them? Do you idolize them, and are you compromising? Now why? Reality and dreams conflict each other. Messages that contradict each other. Like, for instance, say no to drugs, to paraphrase, but I'm in love with the cocoa pollutes the airwaves. When's the last time a DJ broke a record? I mean, it's something to be proud of, even though everyone's going to buy it if drama said it. Good or bad, that's success, let my mama tell it. No integrity in the stuff that we create now. And she's a Christian, so that's why they feel we fake now. Because even if it's wrong, they still like it. Living what God taught them when they feel like it. Am I no different than the next person? Or do I say that's what we feel equal? It's obvious we don't appeal equal, and I'm just venting to my real people. I'm outspoken and I know the risks. I don't have to support you. We can coexist. They don't get me. They think I got the game wrong. But a king and a peasant don't share the same throne. So let me ask you, you think Biggie or Tupac would have been a fan of Future or Thug or Migos or Kevin Gates? All I care about is Kevin Gates. And I'm sorry if you can't relate, but this has been an issue. I don't care about profit if it's not beneficial. And if I'm done, you can meet me later when you're done being a slave to a piece of paper. I'm out here as an outlier. Even courage doesn't exist without fear. Try my best not to steer left. The only thing I fear is death.
That's dope.
And to me, I'm a poet. That sounds like poetry.
I'm a poet.
That to me, when you spit something written, that's not a freestyle. I know niggas that really spit off the fucking dome.
Yeah. Oh, that made you mad I said freestyle?
Yeah, that's not a freestyle if you're not spitting off the dome.
I'm sorry that wasn't off the dome.
Yeah, like that when you say freestyle to me, I'm thinking you about the.
No. Y'all both right. y'all both are right about.
Nah, freestyle is
No.
For the wrong terminology.
No, because it's not always. It didn't start off the dome. It didn't. It didn't start off the dome type thing. So y'all both right in the same.
Did my message get conveyed? I don't want it to be.
No, the message definitely got conveyed, and you said a couple things that kind of contradicted what you already told me. As far as you said, whichever check is bigger, that's where you're gonna go. But then you said in your song, in your freestyle, not to chase paper or chasing paper. Something's wrong with chasing paper. So
you can meet me later when you don't get a slave to a piece of paper.
Okay, so are you a slave to a piece of paper if you're gonna go after which check is bigger? So where's your passion?
Well, I've turned down multiple. Like I did an interview yesterday, and I turned down 4 acting roles to do that interview for my music. I didn't get paid for that interview. I don't want to put my numbers out here because I don't want nobody.
Oh no, we're not asking.
Yeah, but I turned down hundreds, almost thousands to do my thing on there. But it's never been a money thing for me. I've always been well off. So it's like when I say that, I mean to people who know that it's not right, but still push it anyway. Like when I said say no to drugs, but I'm in love with the cocoa producer. How do you do that?
Yeah, I understand that.
That makes no sense. So that's why I say reality and dreams conflict each other. And I said thing about my mom and she's a Christian, so that's why they feel we fake now. Because it's like, how can you say that you're a Christian, but you enjoy this right here? That doesn't make any sense to me.
I understood everything that you said, but what I'm saying is just like y'all have y'all's opinion of why you feel as though the music is not quality. I'm saying that other people can have their difference of opinion as to why they don't want to hear conscious shit all the time. I'm not saying I agree with you or with them, because I'm going to listen to what the fuck I'm listening to, whether it be J. Cole or whether it be Thug, because I know word for word both their music. So, you feel me? So, that's neither here nor there. What I'm saying is, what is wrong with them making that type of music? Like, regardless of, everybody say contradictory shit. Everybody, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that goes without saying. You can't sit there and say Biggie ain't never said nothing that was ratchet. You can't say Pop never said nothing that was ratchet. Like, I don't know, are y'all classifying it as ignorance as far as what?
Me as an artist, I like variety from an artist. Variety. So most of my idols, people I looked up as far as that maybe want to get into the music industry, they made a variety of different types of music. You had, even from Big, Pop, Jay, they had the ratchet music. They had the conscious music. They had the storytelling. Then they had the shit for the lady. When you listen to a lot of these new artists, it's basically almost the same shit on every
So let me ask you this.
song.
Being that you just said you really don't, rock with them like that and really listen to their music frequently, do you take the time out to actually listen to all of their music and all of their projects holistically before you gather an opinion? Because I can tell you right now, if you do that, you'll see that these artists actually do go in depth in their music and really do talk about shit that means something and shit.
Well, see, I've been around Future since he first came out. That Dirty Sprite 2 when he first blew up.
That's not when he first blew up, but continue.
No. When he first started making, in Atlanta, when he first started making a major scale.
Nah, that's not when he first blew up.
Not Dirty Sprite 2. The first one.
And that's not when he started blowing up.
When?
Tony Montana is when Future first broke.
Future first hit the radio with Rats. But he was
with Rats. Yeah, with Rats.
That's the first one.
Was that Dirty Sprite?
But that. No, that's way bang.
That's like right before Astronaut Status.
Yeah, that's way back. That's like 2011.
I'm not proud that I know that, but I just know
that. I'm being in the club, different mini concerts around the city. Yeah, gave him that chance. And like I said, at the time, especially at that particular time, you talking about lean. You talking about this and that. I wasn't a lean person. I heard the music because everybody I was around was either playing it. We in the club Sunday through Sunday. So I'm hearing it. Like when I say the only reason I know all these artists and all that is from being in the club. It's from being in the club. And then my what pisses me off the most about a lot of these new artists is the sound doesn't change from new artist to new artist.
Is she supposed to say the same money? It is music and sounds, and is it supposed to say the same? It is 2017.
You didn't hear what I said.
I did.
No, you did. I said the sound doesn't change, which means
all the artists sound like
all the artists sound like.
I'm like, what?
All the artists sound like when Thug first came out.
I don't think all the artists sound alike.
When Thug first started hitting the airwaves, a lot of people thought he was Future at first.
Nah.
When Designer first came out, everybody, you know.
Saying Thug is absurd. You just trying to make a point.
No, because they both used the auto-tune.
No.
Fucked up auto-tune.
Thug sounded nothing like Future when he first came out. With
first hit the scene, it was I'm a Stoner. That was the first single.
Yeah.
But I mean, before that, he was.
That sound like Designer definitely.
Yeah, Designer definitely sound like Future.
Sound better, but he sound like Future.
Yeah.
But and the sad part about a nigga really talk like that. Yeah. But
he just be excited. He don't talk about Designer like he's so excited. He's a happy boy. Do not talk about he be so happy. He's so grateful. I'm just saying, he's so grateful. I really appreciate his positive energy.
I like Designer.
His energy is amazing. But anyway,
I guess all right. I'm gonna say this right here.
Go ahead.
I respect anybody that hustles.
Yeah, I respect all the hustlers.
Use music as a hustle. As far as can they rap? If Future walked in this room right now, you said Future rap. Before you even go in your head, is it gonna be dope? It's so true.
I don't know.
But see, here's the thing with Future. But Future can rap.
I don't know that.
Future can rap, and this is why I know he can. Because
his old shit, he rap more, but he's a hook guy now.
No, because he's part of the legendary Dungeon family. Them niggas rap. So he wouldn't have got where he's at if it wasn't for that. You know, your cousin Rico, that's when I learned that, I started losing respect for Future. Mm-hmm. Because you're part of...
he lost his roots.
Yeah, you lost what you came from, your foundation. Dungeon family, Goody Mob, Outkast. That was the stable of Atlanta. Yeah. And you see what the music they put out, and you find out that the person who's behind Organized Noise, Rico Wade, and that's Future's cousin, and it's coming out like that. Yeah, I do.
It's just really your difference.
But I've always respected his hustle. Because I never thought he would last this long.
The topic is new rappers, new artists.
Because when you think about it, and
what really are we talking about? New rappers and their sound, and if it's garbage or not. I don't think it's garbage because it's creativity. Nothing should stay the same. Nothing should stay stagnant. Everything should always evolve, sound different, be new, be fresh. I never heard it before. I don't like it, but now I do.
After that freestyle I spit for you, everybody's gonna place me in the category with Cole, Drake, Kendrick, that rapper category. That means that I leapfrog everybody that you just named. Because
no, not necessarily, because you have to prove. You still got to prove yourself
in business wise, in stature. That's what you're talking about. You're not talking about in skill. You're talking about in stature now.
No, and in skill.
I automatically leapfrog them.
Because think about it, none of them cats go do none of them. You're not. But okay, no.
But I'm gonna be real. I would not listen to that over anybody in my playlist. No one.
But that goes about sales. I'm talking about as far as skill wise.
Yeah, and skill wise, I would not listen to that over anyone in my playlist.
Skill wise don't have nothing to do with what you don't listen to. I'm talking about skill wise.
No, it does.
No,
it does.
No, it don't.
It does, because if you scroll through my playlist, the music that y'all are in opposition with is in my phone, but so is the music. But so is the music that y'all enjoy. So you can't say that, because if we're talking about the skill level that someone listens to, it's variant. I have an eclectic ear, so you can't sit there and say that based upon the skill level that I listen to, that no, because I listen to everything. So you can't say that. So next,
I'm gonna say this. I go with the skill level because there are artists that've been out that are better than Jay-Z, and I don't listen to them.
Exactly.
I don't.
I'm sorry. I'm agreeing with one of them.
And they got a lot to prove.
Like I don't listen to Black. I respect Black Thought. don't listen to.
So a friend of mine, and this is someone who's very traveled, might I say, and so I would say that they have a very vast ear. And they're saying, it all depends on what you're comparing it with. Of course, you can't compare, and I agree, you can't compare apples to oranges. You have to stay in a lane. So with that being said, now, if, let's say, I can't fucking stand Lil Pump. If Lil Pump wanted to try and that's what I'm saying. You were saying, earlier you said because I'm a part of the music industry, I have knowledge of this. You need to listen to everybody so you have knowledge of it. So I can't stand him, but let's say he was to be like, okay, I'm gonna come out with a conscious album. You know what I'm saying? I'm switching up my shit. This is who I want to be now. This is my new image. You know what I'm saying? And we're like, all right, Lil Pump, okay, let's see if this goes. And he actually made a serious project where he was seriously trying to be a conscious rapper or whatever case may be, and it was trash. Okay, then you could say, this nigga can't rap.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Well, here's one of the reasons why I won't listen to Lil Pump. He's a culture vulture.
I don't know who that is.
He's a culture vulture.
I know the culture vulture. I just don't know who.
He's a white boy with some rainbow ass dreads trying to sound black.
You should know who it is to avoid his music. Like,
well, one because the name.
It hasn't gotten to me.
Yeah, one because you ever heard that song Gucci Gang?
I don't know any Lil Pump. Oh God.
Like Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang.
Oh God. I don't know anything like that.
Yeah.
Like,
I hear the kids screaming it down the hallway. Well, yeah, that's him. Like,
we don't have to talk about him if y'all don't want to. He's
Nah,
really irrelevant.
See, okay, so again, they're saying compare Future with the Migos, not Future with Tupac, because that's a valid point. These are two different.
Well, we got to talk about either one of them down my own. I don't listen to them or like them.
Actually, we got to get back to your shit.
Okay, there we go.
I
don't want to talk about
probably gonna have
the ATL rappers unless we're talking about Tip or Jeezy. Like that's or Trans Lee, like Jacquees. Like let's talk about the people that really like. Let's talk about you. Okay, fine. Let's talk about me.
So, when it came to this is how we do it. Mm-hmm. What inspired it? I know you said you started out with the television show.
Yeah. Actually, it was funny. I was talking about that because I only have like 4 club makers. Mm-hmm. So when I made this right here, I made the beat first, and then I was playing around with some auto tune, and that wound up actually being the hook, the very first thing that I did with the auto tune. So then that's why I say in the song, this is when you mix bars with a dope beat, because a lot of the producers here don't get their credit when people like the Migos and Future and them blow up with the songs. Like, I don't know who produced half their stuff, but that's the reason that they still around. Because what they talking about, it don't have no relevance to me. Like you said, I don't sip lean. I don't care nothing about no codeine, nothing. I don't care nothing about none of that. So it's like, when I hear they beats, though, they fire. And we share some of the same producers. Shout out to Honorable C-Note. That's one of my producers, too.
I can name a few. They told him to rock with them. Nothing on the track.
It's a bunch of them. It's a long list. And they make fire production. Yeah. They're like, that's one thing that's crazy about the industry. As the bars went down, the production just kept going up. But I just seen some disappointing stuff on Instagram the other day. I seen Timberland's working with So now, Timberland.
What's wrong with that? Why can't
now that eliminates my opportunity to work with Timberland.
No, it doesn't.
Because it's a hierarchy. I'm not doing what Thug do. So I'm not going to be around the same people that Thug is going to be around because I want them to notice a difference.
Then give them a reason to.
Who is them?
Whoever attention you're trying to get. You can't say that.
But see, I think I know where you're going with it. I think it might help Thug out.
That's what I'm saying. That would develop him as an artist. There's nothing wrong with that.
That don't have nothing to do with me, though. Yeah, I'm not talking about that. Whatever they do, they can continue doing it. They can make a full project. I don't care.
He's saying he feel like Thug is taking the spot that he should have had.
No.
That's what I'm hearing.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that Timberland is a legendary producer.
Yeah,
for the authentic music.
Yeah.
And he is one of the people that I would least expect to be working with Thug. So now, when he's doing that, if I work with him too, that means that
you think people will group you in the same category?
It's slick, and it has to be a hierarchy. Like I said in the freestyle, a king and a peasant don't share the same throne.
What makes you think that they don't they haven't heard music from this artist, or just not even Thug specifically, any artist. They haven't heard music that we haven't heard, or they haven't heard a project that we haven't heard. They're like, oh my fucking God, I gotta jump on this before this motherfucker take off, and I can't get on the train no more.
I could be wrong.
You feel me? So you can't make that assumption because we're not in their pocket, their meeting room, or
He can
nothing.
make something dope. I'm rooting for him. He probably won't, but I'm saying that he probably could. But not every artist can do what I just did. So it's like, are you really gonna make something dope?
Y'all like your attitude. I like your attitude.
A lot of artists can come in.
a
lot of artists can come on a radio show and rap a written rap. What are you talking about? That's not true.
Did you just hear the words? You want me to go in again? Like, this is nothing.
Nah.
Come on now.
I know. I know.
Are you really gonna guess that?
I know.
I get Atlanta rappers to shame. This is nothing new.
I know where you come from.
That's why Trendsetter's been around this whole time, and they're gonna pick somebody up that's not from here. Come on now.
I mean, yeah, it's very easy to come into this culture and stand out because they're used to this culture. So you stand out because you're not from here.
It could have been dope rappers before me that got picked up, but they didn't.
I mean, don't be more.
No. See, I get where you're coming from, because it's easier for a record label to take somebody that's quote unquote trending, take somebody that's popping, throw them a couple $1,000, and let them
be a few hundred,
and let them burn themselves out.
We already got that though, so we don't even worry about it.
So I mean,
it's like
you rarely see the real lyrical dope artists get that respect they need to, or the record label ain't gravitated to it.
And that's why I showed them that I can make it. That's how you do it. And you about to play too high, like in a minute, and you gonna see that I did it again. And I didn't even put that out yet. So it's like that's like my listening session for y'all in house right now. So it's like it's real simple. Like when you make a club banger, it don't have to be watered down, commercial as they say. It can still be dope. And I like the artists like that. Right now, one of my favorite songs is that Hardaway. Yeah. I like that joint. And then I like that in it, be popping a man. Drop to the top, pop it, let it bang. That Travis Scott. And what's the other? I gotta really, yeah. Like I'm listening to what's going on, and I like what the engineers are doing. I like the sound that they're trying to go for. They really not talking about nothing, because I was rapping the verse on set today, and I went, something did that. That's all I got from it. So, but as far as like the rhythm and the hook and what they're trying to do as far as the song sounds and the production is amazing. Yeah, but I can't give. You notice how I didn't give the artist no credit, because they not really doing nothing for me to give them credit. The beat is dope. The engineering is dope.
And I give this to, I give a little thing to Future. I give a little thing to Travis, and what's the other boy name?
What song you got?
Like everybody fucking heard now. He sings.
Ty?
Yeah.
Talking about that song?
Yeah. They do have, I'm gonna say quote unquote lyrics, but because they use the auto-tune or they draw it out and trying to sing, you're not rapping it, and it draws it. It's good for.
I can't necessarily say that, because Wayne kind of originated that whole style of using your auto-tune. No ceilings, auto-tune. Sorry for the wait, auto-tune.
You gotta go back to what you call it. T-Pain.
T-Pain. Well,
T-Pain was a rapper.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he was back in the Nappy Boy days. That's another one that was
trendsetter. T-Pain can actually sing.
Yeah,
and that's a difference. T-Pain can actually sing.
Another trendsetter artist, by the way.
Yeah, and that's a difference. He can actually sing. But see, I'm gonna bring this point. Mm-hmm. Think about all these songs out. You said you're an R&B artist. Mm-hmm. So all these songs out, that these artists are using auto-tune to do the hooks. And back in the day, they threw a female on that joint. Mm-hmm. That's money from your pocket. Mm. That's the thing you could have been doing.
It's not money from my pocket, because if that's what they wanted their song to be, that's their song. I can't say, nigga, you should have put me on that track. No, that's your track. That's how you felt it should have been created. Now, if you hear me sing and you like, damn, that shit sounds good. I need that shit on my track. Then there I go, bitch. But I can't.
But no, see, like the reason I say it like that is because
I honestly, I love the fact that rappers now are trying to incorporate the melodic side of it. Softens it. Like I like that. So I don't think anything's wrong with
it's that's not the issue. It's always been a melodic side to a lot of joints. It's always been a melodic side.
It ain't always been melodic.
No,
this melodic shit just started. Like recently.
No, they had R&B artists on the hooks. They wasn't singing it for themselves. Well, I said it back. They wasn't trying to sing or throwing the auto-tune on it.
I would say it started probably with whatever you like. When Tip did that. That's when I seen that the rapper started.
I think Drake started it when Drake really started to break out.
But he really know how to sing though.
Can carry a note, but I wouldn't say he know how to sing.
But he was taking vocal lessons. He did take vocal lessons.
He did.
Drake know how to sing.
I'm talking about in the beginning when he first came out, when it was Ransom and No Before You the Best. When
going in and stuff like that.
Like Rewind and
But I think he had singers in the background carrying it to a degree.
Mm. Like when he was on Teach You a Lesson with Robin Thicke. I mean, with using Robin Thicke's beat. Like, no, he really couldn't sing. He just knows how to hold a note. I think that.
But he took it serious enough to get vocal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he was like, no, I'm really gonna do this shit. That's what made it hilarious. But yeah,
don't get it wrong. There are artists who can rap and sing.
Yeah, I'm not offended. I'm not offended by rappers using auto-tune on their hook. I don't feel like that will ever take money out of my pocket because the same way as people that only listen to rap that will never listen to R&B, is people that only listen to R&B that will never listen to rap.
The reason I said it like that is because to me it's like one of them cheap getaways. Like we don't want to pay for an R&B singer.
I guess I hear what you mean.
That makes sense.
That's what I mean.
Like trying like I can do it, nigga. Don't worry,
like yo. I'm a sing, even though I know I can't sing, but we're gonna throw auto in this bitch because I don't want to pay her. That's what I mean. Not saying he don't want you on your project or his project because he just don't want you on your project. Like,
yeah, I feel you. Okay, so from that perspective, yes, I can agree.
I want to shout out all the dope R&B singers
because I know a lot of dope R&B singing. I'm like, yo, like, you could really sing. Like,
I mean, the issue with R&B singers and getting on the track, I mean, really, a lot of singers don't like doing business with rappers because they don't know how to do business.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that too. I agree.
It's just done differently. When you a rapper, you don't really have writers, so like your BMI credits and stuff like that. When you a singer, everything is taken into account. But when you a rapper, it's like this, that, this, done. So the business is just different. You don't really have to deal too much with BMI and ASCAP and stuff, copyrights and stuff like that when you're a rapper. When you're a singer, everything has to be done. Because everybody has to get paid.
Yeah.
That's the real difference. It's just they do business differently. That's it.
No, I mean as far as professionalism.
That too.
Ooh. It's more gangsters in rap than it is in R&B. So that kind of go.
I mean, just because you a thug or a gangster don't mean you don't have manners. Because or know how to act when it comes to bad.
That's a scholar and a gentleman right there.
Tip got manners.
Tip. Shout out to Tip. We was filming the trap with Tip. Shout out to Tip.
What's your typical studio session like?
Mine?
Yeah.
My studio sessions are I got a home studio. Graduated from engineering school. They very spread out. I'll probably go in the studio maybe once a month. Somebody has to do something on these tracks to make me feel like I'm threatened and that I have to do something. Give me in my back-to-back mode. So a studio session with me is I go in there, I listen to whatever beat I choose first. I don't go in the studio and choose. I choose, then I go to the studio. And then I start writing. I might write in the car on the way there. And then when I get there, I write the whole verse. And then I go in and I try to do everything in one take. So like that verse I spit for you, I might have did that in one take. And I don't really do like the ad-libs and the fill-in and stuff like that. I got a very clear voice so you can hear it on the track, just the way that I spit it. So, and then when I put that out, I just put everything behind it as far as my promo.
You do hook first or verse first?
I probably, on this song right here, I did hook first. But it just depends, whatever I got done first. If I got the full verse done, do the verse. If I got the full hook done, do the hook. And my hooks take a lot longer because I like them to be full. I don't like it to be like I just rapped it like how the verse sounds. I want it to sound full. I want it to sound like, hey, this is the hook.
So it's funny how you mentioned that too. it's like a couple of these songs, you don't know where the verse and the hook started.
I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to say that.
I'm a musical critique. I'm real honest. I mean, like, I'm not even gonna say like every song that came out in the '90s and early 2000s like dope song. Like, they didn't. We didn't have whack artists back then. I'm not saying that at all because it was a bunch of whack artists. They just ain't getting shine.
And let me not call the ones that's out like now, like Kodak and all of them. When I say that thing about, let me ask you if you think Tupac would have been a fan of Biggie. I mean, would have been a fan of.
We really don't know.
The answer is definitely no. But what I'm saying is that
we don't know.
They probably still would have allowed them to exist, but they definitely would have been shitted on their entire career by them.
Because you have greats that still do like Jay-Z, 50 Cent, all these people that still do appreciate the new. They don't.
I don't know why I use the word appreciate.
They appreciate
they acknowledge that their presence is here.
No. It's appreciated because they have the courage to be different and do something outside of the norm.
Nothing to appreciate, to be honest.
Definitely is, because how else would you have a platform if you weren't able to stand out?
The internet.
So you looking more at the status.
The internet.
Yeah, the internet is crazy.
The internet
is crazy.
I'm gonna put a point blank, especially with hip hop. It's the internet.
And again, there has to be something that will compel a person to be like, that stands out in my brain. You can't argue with that.
You know, it's a lot of force-fed stuff when you listen to the radio. I don't vote for none of the stuff that goes on there. So it's just like you hear it, you can make a decision on whether you like it or not.
Exactly.
But regardless of whether you like it or not, it's still going to play though. We can't call it to the station and be like, hey, yo, that
But you can turn it off and listen to your own playlist.
You can, but you gotta hear me out though. You can't be like, hey, that Kodak song is garbage, take that off. They're gonna be like, no, he paid his 10 racks, he gonna get his spins for this whole quarter. And then by the end of that quarter, them views on YouTube is gonna make you feel like in your head, okay, this is the person to listen to now. But people that don't have their own mind, such as a vigilante, they're not gonna be like, I have the option to do this or do that. I listen to Hobson way more than, Hobson?
Yeah.
I listen to Hobson way more than I listen to these other people. Tip just signed somebody named Trans Lee that y'all definitely need to go check out because he's way doper than the other people that we listen to. It's an option. I'm not down in them. They can exist. We can probably do some movies together, but don't ever call my phone about no music ever until you learn how to rap. That's how I feel.
They probably won't.
They definitely won't.
I mean, my feel like, we go to your new joint that you want to talk motorsport. I thought the beat was dope.
That's a person or a song?
It's a song. It's a new song Migos came out with. Got Cardi B.
The song was weak until Nicki Minaj's verse.
I like Cardi B's verse.
Cardi B's verse was dope.
I like Cardi's verse.
Cardi's verse was dope.
Her shit was simplistic. That shit was real elementary.
But she's not gonna go deep into it.
Exactly. So why was she on the track with fucking Nicki? Why did they do that? Why did Nicki say, yeah, put her on? Nicki did that shit on purpose. She was like, yeah, let me slaughter this hoe.
No. Nicki got on that track.
No, it was Nicki and Quavo's track, and Quavo asked Nicki, could Cardi B and Offset be on it? So yes.
It turned into a Migos track.
Yes.
Because think about it. Offset and Cardi today, I expected for them to finally do another track together. I expected that. It was a smart move on Nicki because it silences any beef with Cardi. It silences any beef with Cardi.
Nicki ain't been Nicki since he's in the trap.
It sounds.
You can't say that.
That ain't true because the Pink Print album was fucking gold. That shit is
right, and that was when I was in 10th grade. No, that's Pink Friday.
Yeah, the Pink Print was 2016, which was last year or 2015.
I listened to the whole Pink Friday.
Yeah, well, I'm abreast music, so I listened to the album and it's good. So
it's kind of garbage.
The album with Anaconda on it.
Yeah,
that song is garbage.
Yeah,
the album is a good project.
But and that's another issue. Like when you throw out a single like that, Anaconda, it's not gonna make you want to buy your album. It's not.
Okay, but lyrically, shit's still more skilled than anything Cardi has dropped yet. And I would buy Nicki shit over Cardi shit.
It's too early.
But that's from because Nicki.
It's not too early because Nicki came out killing motherfuckers when she came out. She came out bodying niggas.
Cardi is doing okay.
Bro, Nicki came out straight body and shit.
I give you that. I give you that.
So you can't say it's too early.
Nicki came out swinging. I give you that.
You can't say it's too early.
Wait, here's one reason why Nicki came out swinging.
She was with Young Money.
It don't matter. She was still rapping like that when Young Money found her. If you go back to her YouTube videos, teeth fucked up, nose fucked up, no titties, no ass, Nicki was still spitting.
No. She came.
Oh, come on.
Nicki was still spitting.
But she came out. Yeah, she came out swinging as hard as she did.
Yeah, I can't.
Because of where she came from.
Queens.
I thought Carter was from New York
from
too.
the Bronx.
She's
what happened?
She's from the Bronx, but she's not a full-fledged rapper.
You can hear it in her that she's not a.
She's not a full.
Yeah, and that's how I feel. And so for me, and this is where I'm going to chime in on my opinion of letting. If we're going to talk about letting people in, I don't agree with that because all this shit is pure B hype. Like it's complete hype. Because at the end of the day, when you compare, because we can't compare Nicki to Cardi because they are two female rappers at the top right now. So, are you really going to take Nicki's credentials away and she's been in the game for over 10 years?
I'm not taking her credentials away.
Please.
I'm not taking. No. I never discredit Nicki. I never discredit Nicki.
Do not discredit Nicki. You was about to try to.
I was about to say at the top. You said because you said at the top right now, but Nicki hasn't put out a real hit all year, so she's not.
Are you kidding me?
Wait, don't say rake it up. Don't say rake it up.
Bruh, she's had more than rake it up. She's been on Gucci track. She does speak. She's a feature queen now. She's a superstar. First of all, she don't have to drop tracks. Nicki can go disappear for 3 years, come back, and still have the same exact fan base as when she left. That's who Nicki is.
She don't even got the same fan base with you.
Yes, she does. Yes, she definitely does. Yes, she definitely does. You're crazy. Yes, she definitely does.
If Pink Friday went platinum and you just said that the pink print went gold, does that sound the same?
I didn't say that the
you
print
did say it went gold.
No, I didn't. I said it was a good album. Those words never came out of my mouth.
I don't even know if it went gold, to be honest.
I don't either. That's how I know I never said it.
It might not even have did that.
Like, that's how I know I never said it. Because I don't know. But
no, she don't have the same fan.
No,
she don't have the same fan base. She don't.
No, she definitely don't.
She does.
We're gonna keep it a stat.
No, I don't say she don't have the same fan base.
Why?
Because about 85%.
And matter of fact, I'll agree with you. She doesn't. It's bigger because she goes on worldwide tours, not just tours in America.
Beyonce co-signed Save Her.
No. This why not Beyonce probably say that with black folks. 85% of her fans are pop.
That's what I just said. That's what I just said. It's worldwide. But that's where the real money at, though. If you want to keep it really.
And I agree. And I agree. I will agree with that. I would say I don't discredit Nicki for nothing she has done in the industry.
And that's what I'm saying. Okay, so let me before I forget, because my attention span about that short. That's why I say if you are going to really compare right now, I don't care if Nicki, let's say Nicki's fan base not the same. Let's say Nicki half fell off a little bit. If she even in that same falling off state, Cardi B cannot compare to the lyricism flow. Bruh, Nicki hit 5-6 flows on Motorsport, bruh. I counted.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, who the fuck else?
But you gotta think, like you said, Nicki been in the game 10 years. Nicki been around.
You cannot say it's too early, bruh. You can't say it's too early.
Said, get on the potty.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not saying it's too early. But
why you do that?
Let me see. But no, I'm not gonna say.
No, wait. I need to hear what he got to say. What is all that reaction for? Is that good or bad?
Did y'all hear me say somebody on the potty?
No.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, get out of here.
Because she still shoot movies, Jennifer Aniston. Right. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're going to skip over.
Why?
Okay.
Like,
go ahead.
If you're going, like, that's just because you have a one-track mind.
The pink print went platinum twice.
Oh.
The pink print?
Oh. Booyaka.
That's the last album she dropped.
She got so many listeners that if we don't even like her, she said.
But I'm gonna give it credit because
I went double platinum.
Yeah, it went double platinum.
Yeah,
but that only she's not done that only. But I think that was Chris Brown assisted.
So why are y'all doing that though? Like I hate that. And you know what?
Nicki Minaj. I never thought Drake would ever get bigger than Nicki when they first came out, but he definitely crushing her now.
I need to say this so that it's recorded. I do not like the fact that y'all are sitting here trying to discredit the
Fake booty.
It doesn't matter if Nicki Minaj's ass is fake, honey. Them bars not.
It's not.
Compared to who?
Compared to who else is a female? Compared to other female or any male rappers?
Body her right now,
bruh. Come on, like let's be real, bruh. It's not even too many male artists who can go up against Nicki and go bar for bar, punchline for punchline, flow for flow, and that's real. And that's real. And that's
money. 100,000.
Okay, well, I'm gonna send this to Nicki, and I hope she responds. Say what you gotta say.
I'll send 100,000 on a Chirac that I will body you on your own beat. That's a fact.
Okay, and
that's a fact,
bruh.
Easy.
First of all, Quavo couldn't even body her on their song.
That's
Quavo don't rap.
Quavo
don't rap.
What? She keeps up.
Yo, whatever he's smoking, I need some of that.
Nicki Minaj, only OG. Nicki Minaj can go toe to toe with. She ain't even toe to toe. She can keep up with Wayne, Eminem.
You're disrespectful, man.
No, that's not just. First of all, are you trying to say that Wayne is not one of the greatest rappers alive?
Wayne is a GOAT. Nicki Minaj is not a GOAT.
Hold on, which Wayne we talking about? Which Wayne we talking about?
That's a good question.
We talking
No ceilings Wayne?
We talking about No Ceilings Wayne.
Are we talking
about Free Weezy album?
Are we talking about?
And we talking about motherfucking Cash Money Millionaire type shit. Yeah,
we talking about
all that shit.
The Carter 3, the Carter 3 to its beginning, or we talking about the Carter 4?
We're talking about the Carter on Wayne's whole career, bro. Get out of here, bro. There's never been a moment where Wayne couldn't rap.
Wayne is that.
Yo, I'm about to cancel the damn.
Wait.
There's never been a moment.
I'm a Wayne fan.
There's never been a moment. Okay.
Wayne is a GOAT.
Yo, I get Wayne. All it's correct. I'm a Wayne fan. Even as a fan, I would say some of Wayne's shit been whack.
Yeah, but guess what? Even in that crazy ass opinion of you saying some of Wayne's shit whack, he was still rapping better than any rapper you know. Like, it doesn't matter, bro.
I can't disagree.
Like, it doesn't matter. But he was still rapping better than all of them.
But then at the time,
that man had over 74 features in 1 year when he was at the top of his game. A fucking feature god. People was like, "What the? I can't listen to the radio without hearing Wayne."
Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you, but that's a business aspect. That's behind the scenes business aspect. That's a whole other thing because it's totally different.
Bruh, for Wayne to endorse Nicki's career and stand behind her the way that he does, she has to have a certain level of.
She got to give her a props.
We just not gonna give her as much as you, but she don't deserve that. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. She don't even deserve to be mentioned in the same conversation with B. So I don't even know why she.
To be able to have the longevity that she has, and longevity is very important in this industry because people come and go.
Yeah. No.
She definitely deserves every piece of credit, and I am kind of insulted for her for like her to have all this comparison to Cardi B in the first place.
Who's comparing her to Cardi
B? We never did that here.
I'm not talking about y'all. Yeah, I'm talking about the world.
Listen to the world.
I mean, but see, here's the thing. The only reason she's getting compared to Cardi B, she right now, she's always gonna get compared to any female artist that come out now because
she was compared to Keys, she was compared to Remy, she's gonna be compared to everybody.
Well, her and Remy is a whole different subject, but that's way before she even came out type shit. But only because she's been the only major female artist out, so she's always gonna get compared.
I give it up.
And now it's coming now where a lot of female artists are coming out. What is she going to do? It's easy to dominate when you're the only one.
Illuminati not gonna let more than one queen have it.
You know,
I don't think she's going anywhere. She's not going.
But then, like I said, when you think about the label she's on,
Dynasty,
the Cash Money label, yo, it helped her career out more than anything. It helped.
It catapulted it.
Definitely. That's like when Beyonce started the label. You would automatically be an instant star.
No, you won't.
Yes, you.
If Beyonce started the label,
no, if you get a Beyonce cosign, you a star.
You're an instant star. Are you crazy?
It don't mean as much as it did back in the irreplaceable days. I give you that.
No. You said if Beyonce started the label, you got signed to Beyonce label, you'd be an instant star.
Yes.
Instantly.
instantly.
Because she hasn't even co-signed anybody yet.
Exactly, and that's what it will be. You'll be like, whoa, who the fuck is this?
No, we just talking hypothetically.
Yeah, hypothetically.
But what I mean is, but she's still going to dominate her own label.
I mean, we're not talking about the comparisons of who gonna get what type of.
We're just saying period. Like if Beyonce was to be like,
Beyonce signed me tomorrow,
listen to them,
I'm gonna have 1 million followers in 24 hours.
Yeah, like less than.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you, but I agree with you with the followers.
I'm gonna be on the Breakfast Club with no single.
No, you don't understand, money. He's right. Like we're right. Like Beyonce has that much power.
If Beyonce come out tomorrow and say I don't fuck with you no more, her album sales is going
down.
They out of here.
Down, bruh. Like anything Beyonce say in her song, if it's a clothing brand or any like the sales, like
I like Snickers.
They
just cut her a check because their sales went up 50%.
This is why I might disagree with you at. Because she kind of said a little displeasure to Rihanna, and Rihanna's still popping.
What did she say about Rihanna?
Yeah, she never said. She kind of.
You can't talk about alluding to. You can't say that.
Beyonce don't really do interviews or give
statements. She doesn't talk
or none of that.
She's not really that.
We don't really know. Even if
let me not say nothing bad about Beyonce.
No, I got nothing. No, but you see, the only reason I'm guessing because I'm looking at a lot of artists who have labels and nobody tops. Like you have your stars.
Oh, we're not talking about they would top her though.
Not top, but it's like all right, you signed to okay. Like everybody wanted to sign to Rockefeller back in the day. Mm-hmm. You know, how many people you say legit stars to Rockefeller?
But that he's not Beyonce. That's what we saying. Like that's that. You see how you can. You see how your mind can't even wrap around Beyonce. That's how big she is.
Beyonce did.
But at the time, Jay-Z was big.
Bruh,
at that time, no.
Beyonce's the king queen.
At this moment, I'm comparing two things because at that point, Rockefeller was the label to beat on.
Right, but hip hop was still new though.
No.
So, where Beyonce is crossing over to that Elvis Presley, Prince.
Yeah. I know. I know.
Jay is my nigga, but
yeah, Beyonce's career is going on 20 years long at this point because Destiny's Child came out in 1997. It's 2017.
That was 3 years.
Yeah.
It's 2017, so she betted. If Beyonce signed you, you an instant star.
Yeah, I'm an instant star.
I feel like you an instant star.
I can agree with her on that point. Music of today sucks. I can't agree with that. But that Beyonce co-sign, I can agree with.
I mean, I agree with you saying you gonna get that.
I mean, I want y'all to know I listen to everything. Don't just think Yuri listens to mumble rap. I listen to everything.
See, I don't like calling it mumble rap. I don't like calling it mumble rap.
Everybody don't mumble. It's like people started off. Now, I will say 21 Savage definitely started off mumble rapping, but even he's developed as an art. Like he's still growing. Like I watch people. Like I don't just discount them.
I would say that for the culture of hip hop, to label something, not you, but for the first time that I heard somebody say mumble rap, I felt disrespected as an artist that they would even bring that into my genre. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not the same genre though. It's two different genres.
It's
No, but
a subgenre.
It's a subgenre into my genre. So like, even though I don't like these people, but when I have to defend this culture to people who do pop and R&B, they're looking at us in the same boat. So if something happens in pop, we're looking at all the pop artists, not just who it happened to. So all the pop artists have to band together to be like, yo, we create legit pop music. Just like all the hip hop artists have to do that. So when they say something like mumble rap, that's embarrassing to all the other genres of music because they don't bullshit around with their genres like how we do.
But we all know that. It's not like we're not aware that other rappers don't do that. We're aware of that.
That's why we're working to stop it.
You can't stop somebody's creativity.
You can stop anything.
Yeah.
We can turn a deaf ear to anything.
You can't. As long as there are millions of people that want to hear it, you can't silence it.
See, that's small though.
It's not.
Justin Bieber get billions of views. If millions of people listen to somebody, that's a small spectrum.
And you can't. Where are those millions of people gonna go?
They're gonna go wherever they want to go.
Exactly.
Everybody has a short attention span. Nobody really has a legit fan base. It's just about who has the window in that moment.
But hold on, when we talking about a fan base, are we talking about views?
No, we're talking about true fans.
Nobody.
We're talking about where the focal point is.
People have a cult fan bases. Travis Scott.
Where do I
cult
see?
Fan. What?
Where do I see?
Who is that?
Exactly.
It don't matter.
Yes, it does. He had one. He started off he didn't start the dope club bangers. He started a trend on how to do it with raps.
What was okay? No, Travis Porter is a more influential. If you're gonna say club bangers, that's who's more influential than well, no, not
talking about the Go Shorty Go niggas.
Yeah. And No Hands.
That was
no, it wasn't. Yeah.
They
what happened to Roscoe Dash? Where you at, Roscoe Dash?
I give him more credit than I do.
Roscoe Dash was good.
I fuck with Roscoe.
Yeah,
good. I did a remix to Good Night. Like I like that song. I don't even know if y'all ever heard that. It was on 106 in Park though. That was his single after No Hands. But like I said, I pay attention. You know the song.
I'm saying
do your thing.
Travis Porter was the young generation with Yin Yang Get and Lil Jon.
Why do you talk like you just so old?
What
old are you, Money?
I'm 30.
Oh, you're not old.
I'm 30.
You only know that
8 years?
No.
You only know about 8 years.
But what
timeline? That's a long time.
Well, what I mean by that is the way a lot of girls listen to Travis Porter and went to the club to shake the ass. You know, that's how the girls my age was with Yin Yang Twins. And, all of them. You know, that's what I mean. Then now the younger generation, they got I don't see how you should that a lot of these shit now, but
you can shake it to anything. If you at the club and you're not girls, that's when you're not shaking your butt to anything. You making excuses.
I mean, you
especially
can, but you can. Don't get me wrong, you can. I'm working in a strip club. It ain't quote unquote strip club song. It ain't as sexual. But I mean, I get what you're saying. You know, it's all about I think like we always mention on the show prior to you joining us, the internet really changed the way hip hop is looked at, hip hop is viewed. Because
change the way everything is looked at, everything is viewed.
Everything is third party.
You know, because like everybody talking about views and like, oh, you got a lot of views. You know, if you keep watching the same YouTube video, the views go up. You watch that shit a million times, you're gonna have a million views. You might not even be watching that shit. You might replay.
I ain't talking about yes.
You know, streaming. Like I could listen to the same song over and over. I'm streaming the same song. You get the views up.
Is the point you're trying to make that's not really the authentic way that you grew up in?
Nah, what I mean as far as when you say like you saying authentic fans, it's not the same as before.
You're saying it's more accessible. Like we don't have to go to the store and get the album to listen to it. It's right there. If it plays on your playlist, boom, they got to stream off of you.
They got to stream. Yeah, you know they got to stream. You know they got to stream something, or just like YouTube.
So you stingy. So you.
No,
but he don't want nobody to get nothing. He like, hell nah, nigga, you ain't earned that. Hell nah.
Nah, but what I mean, it's not about being quote unquote stingy. Like I said, I make sure the people I like, I stream their music. Yeah. You know, if Kanye,
that's stingy, bro.
If Kanye dropped an album,
it's more selective.
It's selective. Well, you don't say stingy, but back in the day,
so in its essence, what is stingy being? Selective. Exactly.
Because she got a point there. She got a point there because if they was to drop physical albums on the same day, say like Jay, Future, and somebody else, I probably picked up Jay before Future.
Pick up Jay.
You know, so it'd be almost like the same. Like I would.
And you all want to know what's crazy? Jay-Z is one of the only people whose album I buy. That's one of the only person music is on my iPhone that go with me every iPhone I get because I buy his music. So to y'all point, like y'all be trying to play me, bro. I don't like that shit, bro.
Nobody's trying to play. Nobody's trying to play.
No, we're not the opposition. I promise.
Y'all the ops.
No, we not the ops. we on your side. I just want to give you another spectrum.
Nobody's trying to. Nobody's trying to play you. It's just my viewpoint on certain aspects of me, and it's just me loving it. All right, you do. I got it too.
You can wrap it up. I gotta go peaches. I gotta go put some money on some girl booties.
You can have peaches. I haven't been there since they trying to get some peaches. I'm gonna wrap it up real quick. But it's just the aspect of how I look at hip hop. and growing up and doing my research and finding from the beginning, it always changed. I'm not gonna say it never changed. It won't change again because it can't start off party music, rocking the house and everything. DJ was the focal point. Then they moved it to the MC, and then 16 bars were created. And so then all of a sudden we started adding the R&B artists on the hooks and all that. It changed. It's going to change, but almost every generation. Majority of artists was respected, and those who wasn't respected didn't get that shine. Now it's getting to a point where artists that we really don't respect is still getting that same type of shine and respect as the ones we do respect. You know, we respect Kendrick, we respect J. Cole, and there's a couple of new artists that are doing their thing, and they got time to grow and evolve, but they also getting putting that same shelf as some artists that ain't gonna last number like 3 or 4 months.
That makes sense, but I mean, my point of view really is like, I think that's the mentality that fucks us up. I feel like if there's room for everyone, let there be room for everyone. People gotta feed their families. People gotta eat. People gotta feed their families. If they have a fan base, if they have listeners, if they have people that share that like it, let them, because that's their livelihood. Now it's gonna be people that have that very same opinion about you in whatever realm you do it in. Yeah. But guess what? Is it gonna fucking stop you? No. So you can't say that this is gonna stop them either. So I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta keep doing what you're doing.
And like I said, the internet really helps that you can't stop me, because now I can go.
When I get on, I'm leaving the door open for everybody. Everybody, motherfucking that I know, that I see potential in, that I motherfucking touch, getting some. That's how I see it. I said that I see potential.
I would literally spit on a CD if I had it. Like I feel that way.
Well, I'm about to slide ice.
No, you were a little more deeper than I did. But no, I mean, I get. No, it's just one of those complex things where you got yeah, hold on, I'm trying to shut this shit down. You're gonna have your people. You want to be able to last, and it's sad that some of these artists you can't really remember a shit after a couple months. But then you do got artists that ain't put out a hit in 15 years, but you still jamming to that shit.
And they're not relevant. But this is Yuri B. Danny X. You can follow me at Yuri B. Danny X on Instagram and Yuri B. Danny on Snapchatters. I am out.
Hey, yo, we all out. Yo, catch us on Thursday. We definitely want to have Vigilante back in the building. Hey, this fucking dope. I'm giving it credit. He's dope. Mm-hmm. He got some. So, catch us